Habemus Papam.
Un semplice, umile lavoratore nella vigna del Signore.
I first knew Joseph Ratzinger as professor. He was famous as professor. Many students from all over the world came to work with him and under his guidance. So did I. I must say he was a brilliant teacher. His way to express difficult questions in a profound but simple way was just amazing. His capacity to synthesize when the students were discussing a question, and at the end he summarized the debate. And always we had the impression he was raising the level of our poor discussions to a very high level. Another aspect is that he has a tremendous memory, and that helps him, of course, in his studies, but also in his personal relations. What is always striking, since I know him, is his kindness. He is a very humble and especially kind person. And for us, his students, it was always ununderstandable how media can treat him like a Rottweiler. What did they also say about him? Panzer Cardinal. We said these people never have met this man. Later, in 1981, I was appointed in the so-called International Theological Commission. And a year later, Cardinal then already Cardinal Ratzinger became prefect of the Congregation for Doctrine of Faith. And so he became the head of this famous theological commission. Again, it was fascinating, his capacity to penetrate a question, to bring it to the essential, to make difficult questions understandable and showing the connections so that you understand why it is important. And finally, in 1987, he asked me to become drafting secretary of Commission for the Catechism. And that was perhaps the most intense time of collaboration with him, these 5 years when the Catechism was drafted and revised and finally submitted to the Holy Father for approval, because St. John Paul had appointed him the head of the commission that had to produce the catechism. So as secretary, I had a lot to do with him. When he became Pope, he continued to meet his former doctrines, and it was always a beautiful experience of a humble man of an extraordinary intelligence, but an intelligence that was completely donated to truth and Christ. So he was not pushing himself, my theology, my work, no. It was, you had really always the impression he's serving. And he's serving the Lord and serving the little ones. I never forget a homily he gave in 1979 when he was Archbishop in Munich. What is the purpose of theology? To serve the little ones and their faith. And never the theologian can say, I am superior to the little ones. Because Jesus has praised his Father that he has hidden the truth to the learned one and revealed to the little ones. Pope Benedict, for me, is one of the very great masters in the Church. His books in my library stand beside St. Augustine, because I consider him as already now as a classic, as one of the great masters in the history of theology. But he would never consider himself as a great master. but he is a great master. He is one of our great teachers.